This will take a second. We might have just nuked it. Okay, I think I'm. Oh, hold on. All right, we might be. All right, we might be okay now. Hang on. Can you guys in the chat let me know? Do we have audio? Can you guys help me out a little here? Need to know if we've got audio, folks.
We're all good. Everything's coming through.
All right. Are you the only one around today?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Are you going to be around a little bit?
Yep.
Thanks.
DK2 SLA 750.
No problem.
Alright, Radar Omega should come back online here. Sorry about that, guys. I messed with a setting and I forgot that I messed with it. Sorry about that. I think we're good now. I don't know, I might not be able to load number 5. There it is. Alright, so we've got RDD number 5 deployed out here in Waco, and we've got severe thunderstorms, thunderstorms beginning. Alright, I'm going to head toward, I think it's Chilton. I put in the GPS.
Alright.
Oh, shit. Is number 5 having problems now? Son of a bitch. I just can't get a break here, can I? Oh my god. What is the gas price? I don't know, it's like $2.50 or something. It's not bad. Hold on here. I think I may have messed something up with number 5. I think... Oh, that's on AT&T. Okay, well I found out why number 5 is losing its connection briefly every now and then. My AT&T phone... Guys, I can't even open the YouTube stream on AT&T right now. And number 5 is only using AT&T. So, it's no freaking wonder why. If I can't even open the YouTube stream, well, it's no wonder why that's having a little bit of an issue sending a stream, you know? This must be an AT&T dead zone right here, the north side of Waco. But we got a big updraft going to our south, starting to develop into a storm. We'll leave number 5 deployed where it's at. That's got a good view. You can see that in the Radar Omega app. Google Maps says this is only like a mile long. I'm just gonna go to the next exit. Alright, the interstate's kind of backed up there, guys, so we're just going to go to the next exit, or entrance.
I don't know what's got it backed up.
I don't know, but I've never not seen it backed up here. I don't know why.
Yeah, fair enough.
Our storm is not severe yet. Do you have a severe thunderstorm watch, though? Yeah, RDD number 5 there is going to have that intermittent blank screen. Not a lot we can do about it. That unit is only on AT&T. I'm testing something, so it's only on AT&T. And like I said, that was apparently a data hole for AT&T, so that's all right. It'll be fine. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully we see something here. Obviously not expecting tornadoes, but I would expect some storms here. That's screwed up. Okay, so roof camera is, I just did a software update on the roof camera, and it reset all of my like preferences and settings and stuff. And that's kind of a pain because some of the buffer settings and the latency settings are messed up now, and I don't know if it's going to work right till I screw with it. But so I might have to, next time we stop, I'm probably going to have to fiddle around with it here, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Come on, car. Come on. There you go. Yeah, we're near Waco right now. Okay, there it is. There, it's working. That's what we want. So you're looking at those storms that are just off to our, I guess that's southeast. I don't think this is the storm either. I think we're going to get something that goes up on the outflow boundary that's just a little bit north of here. But this thing looks interesting, and it's kind of hard to ignore it when it's right here, you know. Well, I got screwed on gas. It's $2.37 down here. Could have saved 10 cents. Oh well. I'm over it. Wait till I tell you guys about the hotel last night. And if there's anybody who works for IHG, I apologize, but I'm going to slander the F out of your company. No offense to you people that work for them. I know you need a paycheck, but oh my God. It involves the cops and being called a liar by the front desk, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good, guys. And a really annoying dog. But the really obnoxious dog is kind of a side piece to this. Yeah, I had to call the cops at 2:03 this morning, and so long story short, guys, there was a dog barking all freaking day and night. That alone was irritating me. Like, the dog in the hotel room next to me is one of those little tiny yappy dogs. I just, no. It would not stop. Like, I could not hear myself think. It was just incredibly awful. And they wouldn't move me. I'm just like, what the F ever? Like, this is just stupid. Well, anyway, 2:03 in the morning rolls around, and I hear, like, what, I guess I can't say it, or somebody's gonna try to cancel me, but some girl down there, like, right underneath my window, like, screaming and hollering, all sorts of shit. And I'm like, what in the hell's happening here? And I go stick my head out the window. I'm on the top floor, and I look down, and there's some piece of trash guy beating the living shit out of this girl. Like, beating the living shit out of her. So I instinctively, you know, put my shoes on, grab my gun, call 911. You know, the typical rural American thing. And somebody's going to cancel me because I said the G word. But I'm from rural America, and it's kind of a figure of speech. But that's basically what you do when this shit's happening. You know, grab the flashlight, you know, all that stuff. If you have a dog, you grab the dog. I don't have a dog. I do not want a dog, period. So I did all that. I go running down there, and I get up in this guy's face and shine the flashlight right in his fucking worthless eyeballs. And I'm like, what in the F are you doing? And I basically grabbed the chick and, like, pushed off of this big fat loser and shoved her over to the side, got her the hell out of the damn way. And I'm like, what in the F, buddy? And of course, me being pissed off, I just go off on this guy, and I don't think he knew what to think because I went off on him so quick. Like, he didn't even have time to process it. I was just like, buddy, it's 2:30 in the effing morning. Do you got to do this under my effing window? What the hell's wrong with you? So I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. So this guy's beating the crap out of, I mean, he was beating the crap out of this girl. So cops roll up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing a witness statement. I'm not doing any of that. I need to go to bed. This is ridiculous. I got work to do. It's taken care of. Not my problem. I'm not a cop. You guys deal with it. No, I'm not doing it. And that's why I told the 911 call taker too. I was like, I'm not giving you my name. I'm not giving you my date of birth. I'm not giving you any of that because I'm not going to sit up here until 5 o'clock this morning while you guys ask me 30 questions and tell me to fill out a statement. Like, I don't have the time, kind of thing. Like, I need to go to bed. I did the right thing. I broke it up. I got the girl away from being beaten into a pulp by her piece of shit boyfriend or whatever he was. Like, that's enough. I'm not going to sit here and write out your stupid paper statements and be subpoenaed in court or any of that. I'm not doing it. Whatever. So that wasn't questioned. So I go to the front desk because at this point I am irate because I've woken the dog up that was right next to me. Oh my God, the entire hotel knew the dog was woken up too. You know, in me running out of the room and screaming at these people, I've woken up the dog. The dog will not shut up. So I'm at the front desk about to be like, look, lady, number one, the dog needs to get shut up or needs to leave. Or, howdy, I can't roll the window down right now, buddy. You know, the dog either needs to leave or, you know, you need to put me in a different room. I need to get out of here. You've got domestic violence happening here. I'm done.
Are they blowing at you?
Yeah, and I just can't roll the window down right now because I'm talking and they keep trying to get me to roll the window down, but I'm in the middle of something, so I'm not doing it. And I'm like, you guys need to comp me the room. Well, anyway, the front desk wasn't even there, so I'm calling and calling and calling. I'm standing at the front desk plus calling the front desk, and I can't get the front desk. Go figure. So anyway, 6 o'clock in the morning rolls around, so I get a hold of IHG customer support. IHG customer support's like, we're not helping you, you got to talk to the hotel. And I'm like, oh, this is going to go effing fantastic. So I waddle down to the hotel at 6:05 this morning. There's the front desk. She's there. And I'm like, ma'am, and I was super polite to her because I thought this was a given comp. Like, there's no way they're not going to comp me the room. Like, I just broke up a fist fight in their parking lot. There's no way these people are not going to comp me the room, right? So I'm like super nice. I'm like, hey, I know it's not your fault. However, this is what went down. This is why I'm pissed off. What the? Whatever. This is why I'm pissed off, and this is ridiculous. What? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, the policeman was here at 1:58 p.m. That doesn't make sense. And I'm like, no, ma'am. I said 2:03 a.m. And I showed her my phone where it clearly says I called 911 at 2:03 a.m. And she's like, no, police here 1:58 p.m. That's exactly how she said it. And I'm like, I don't care if the police were here at 1:58 p.m. They were here at 2:03 a.m. when somebody was getting the pulp beat out of them. And she's like, okay, I checked CCTV footage. And I was like, no, you refund me my room. And she goes, sir, you lying. No police here. Oh my God, I flipped shit. I threw my phone down on the damn counter and I slid it over and I was like, what part, like 911 right there at 2:03, at what, like, who do you think I was calling them for? And I'm like, you can go ahead and check your CCTV video since apparently I'm a liar, but I'm not going to sit here and be called the goddamn liar when I just broke up a domestic disturbance in your parking lot for you, so you literally didn't have a girl's blood all over your pavement, basically. Like, you should be appreciative that I didn't go and just turn an eye, and you need to be comping me my room. Like, I have not slept. It has been the worst night of my life in a hotel. I'm not even joking. Worst hotel I've ever been. Worst. The hotel was fine, but the situation, the sequence of events, the worst I've ever had. Miserable. I got about 30 minutes of sleep last night. It was terrible. I was just like, what the hell ever. So as I go to walk away, there's people behind me. And these people were like, actually, we're here to complain about the dog. And they start complaining about the barking dog. And she tells them that there's no dogs in the facility. She literally said, folks, no dogs in this facility. And the guy literally looks at her and goes, ma'am, we have a dog. And they had a little dog on a leash, but she couldn't see it. And he literally picks the dog up off the ground, holds the dog up to the front desk, and is like, there's a dog here. He's like, we have a dog, but it's not our dog. He's like, so there is dogs in this facility. So this woman is doing nothing but calling these people, or just everybody that stays at this hotel, a liar. Her last name is Patel. I don't know her first name, but the Patel hotel chain sucks. Oh my God. So I call IHG back and I'm like, look, I'm getting nowhere with the front desk. you're gonna comp me the room, because this is bullshit. I'm like, this is now ridiculous. Now you're treating me like crap. Like, I've complained twice in 60 hotel nights at this chain. I've complained twice. This is the second time. That's it. Like, I know I'm not a big valuable customer to you, but you do need to make this right. She's like, okay, we'll call you back in 20 minutes. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. 20 minutes goes by, no phone call. 3 hours go by, no phone call. Okay, great. So I call them back, and I'm like, all right, I'm irate. I'm closing the account. I don't want any of the points. I told them where they can put the points. I made the girl laugh. She thought it was funny. It wasn't a joke. I really meant that they could put them where I told them they could put them. But I'm like, look, I'm done. You're going to refund something. Like, I need to be comped. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is crap. I'm like, if you saw somebody getting the shit beat out of them in the hotel and had a dog barking all damn night, like, that sequence of events and then being called a liar would be enough to piss you off to the point where you never stay at that hotel chain ever again. She's like, well, we can't refund you because the hotel processes the payment, not us. And I'm like, oh, F, come on, lady. So I got like 50,000 points out of them, so I was happy. But they fixed it. But oh my God, that freaking, oh Jesus, what a effing nightmare. Yeah, whatever the hell her name was at the front desk, she was awful. And then she was calling, like, it was so funny, she was calling those other people liars. Oh, there's no dog in facility. And they're like, ma'am, we have a dog. It's right here, and it's in the facility. Like, what are you doing? Like, what a liar. Yeah, exactly. 13, whatever your username is. Exactly. That's exactly what it was. And I was basically told, you know, I was basically incriminated by that front desk. She was nasty and absolutely mean. And there were, if you actually go and read the Google reviews, there's a bunch of people that are like, the front desk is racist, the front desk hates women, the front desk hates men, the front desk hates anybody that breathes. Like, there's literally just review after review after review where they're like, the front desk sucks, the front desk sucks, like over and over and over again. It's like, oh, okay, got it. There is a cell popping up to the northwest on that outflow boundary. I'm watching it.
Yep, I did not see that. I was zoomed in on this one too far.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that. I'll gladly flip around on it if I have to, because that's coming this way.
Yeah. I mean, this one's not really doing anything anyway.
So yeah, that was my night. IHG sucks. They all suck. They all suck. Whether it's, I don't care if it's Hilton or Marriott or IHG, they're all awful, guys. The customer service is dog shit. They don't care about the consumer anymore. It's too bad. It's too bad. Oh boy.
She's trying to do a magic trick? What? I don't understand what's going on.
I'm not going to engage. You're right, money is all they want. It's too bad.
Noodle crewman. For sure.
Yeah.
Ask her if she can make the pencil disappear.
There was somebody that, I'll show you the Twitter message, that messaged me on Twitter, and this is why I made the I'm not going to engage comment. Well, at least she's friendly. She waved. That messaged me on Twitter. It was another Chase. That I guess came up to the window and started like the window. Like, like not talking, just like banging on the window at a stop sign or a stoplight, like violently banging on the window. And I'm just now putting two and two together. Blue ball cap, orange straw. I didn't know what it meant at first. I'm like, what do you mean orange straw? Now it makes sense. So I'm not engaging. I'm not going to have my window kicked in.
That would be hilarious. That would be a sight to see.
Yeah, so the lady there, before anybody gets upset and cancels me on the internet, there was another chaser that messaged me on Twitter about 45 minutes ago and said, hey, just so you know, there's a lady with a blue ball cap, and then said something about a frontage road north of Waco with an orange straw. I'm just like, oh, okay. And this, I'm beyond lost right now, so I'm not sure where I'm going.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter. We can just drive around in circles. It's good.
I got. And I was not putting two and two together, and he's like came up to us at the light and was like,
I can do that. But we'll try.
he's like, this guy was, or this chick was banging on his window at the light, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
I'm sure I just pissed that person off.
It's like, that's interesting. So I thought it was like a typo, because it was like, there's a lady, blue ball cap, orange straw, and was beating on our window and wasn't speaking, but was like very harshly beating on our window. And I'm just like, orange straw? So I ignored the message. I'm like, what, orange straw? Like, what? Well, not. I found the person with the blue ball cap and the orange straw, and I don't want my window smacked, so. Now it all makes sense. It's clicking with me. Oh, now I'm being a racist. How? Please tell me anywhere in here where how I have been a racist. Please point out a timestamp. I'm not playing that game. I don't do cancel culture here. Sorry. I'm racist because I used the name Patel. What the fuck does Patel have to do with race? Next. Patel is a last name. If that's a race that I don't know of, then I'm sorry. But all I'm telling you folks is I've had at least like 3 or 4 bad experiences.
They were talking about you, they're talking about someone else.
3 or 4 bad experiences in the hotel chains, whether it's IHG or Hilton, and it's always like the Patel Hotel Group Inc. or something. Like it's a thing. So you can take the cancel culture somewhere else. We don't do that. I don't partake in that. Sorry. I'm over the age of 20, so I don't do the cancel culture, thanks. This ain't TikTok. Cripes. Well, I don't care who was referring to anybody. I just nuked a comment that said I was racist because I said something about a Patel. Apparently, is Patel a race? Because if it is, sorry for being a human and not an idiot and not knowing that apparently Patel is a race now. Like, Jesus Christ. I identify as a coffee maker. Is that okay? Thank you. Yeah, there was something I nuked. I'm not playing this game. I identify as a coffee maker in that case, so whatever. I'm over it. Respect me. Decaf only.
Hazelnut.
I actually don't drink coffee. Alright, this storm's not severe, but let's go drive into it. God, we got some entertainment going on this live stream today. Holy smokes, we're off to an entertaining start. We got bad hotel stories, we got coffee maker references. We got a little bit of everything today, people. Oh, now look, now we have rain. All right, cool, cool. This storm might actually be trying to develop a hail core. There's also another storm off to the north-southwest of Fort Worth that's starting to go up. It's kind of got my attention. Watching that closely. I'm not in a hurry at all, which is unusual. I hear you, Sharon. I hear you. Welcome to my world. We got somebody who's a Pepsi machine. Nice. Do we have a Coke machine too? Yeah, I don't do coffee. Sorry. I think it's terrible. It's kind of gross. All right, so I'm on Highway 77. I am in no hurry, folks. We are just driving very casually here. You can see the storm that we're under right now on device number 5. That's where we are right now. We're underneath that big cumulonimbus cloud thing. No idea what's going on here. I have no clue. Stoplights are broken, apparently. This little storm's not moving much. It's got some lightning in it. It's not anything to write home about yet. I think the main storms might actually be that stuff that's trying to develop southwest of Fort Worth. But that's going to take a while, and it's coming this way, so we might as well mess around with this for a little bit. I mean, why not? But thanks for joining, everybody. It should be kind of a fun day. I like these kind of quiet, low-end days. Whoa, buddy. Talk about pulling out in front of me. No, power wasn't out. All the gas stations had power, so I don't know what's going on with the stoplights. Beats me. So the severe thunderstorm watch goes until, I believe, 10 p.m. Hold on, roof camera disconnected on me again. It's because of that software update. You know what, it might actually be powered off. Hang on. You know what, guys, I think it actually lost power, because when I was, hang on, I think I have to power cycle it, so. When we get to a spot where we're out of the rain, I'll probably stop and power cycle it. That should fix it, it looks like. But got a cute little storm going up. We'll see what it does, if anything. It might not do anything at all, but yeah, this thing's almost stationary, it looks like. Yeah, it is moving, but very little at all. We'll keep going down Highway 77 for a bit. This should get us out of the rain for a minute. Maybe when we get ahead of this, we can see what this looks like. Absolutely getting dumped on under this little storm.
up to like 50,000 feet
All right. All right, we're like halfway through this thing. All right, it's probably dying.
Yep.
Yeah, that storm up there by Cleburne is probably the one we need to go for. I'm kind of thinking it's that stuff up by Cleburne.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was our 5:30, 6 o'clock storm that showed up.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around. I thought this was gonna be it, but now that we got something going, I'll take it. Yeah, we're gonna start heading toward that stuff, guys. We're only like less than an hour away. We're going to just pull in here. I'll wait for this guy coming down the road, and then we'll shoot up toward that stuff to the up there by Cleburne, south of the Dallas-Fort Worth conglomerate. Yeah, I like that stuff up to the north. It's got better potential. We'll take that instead. I think this one's dying. Alright, back the way we came. As soon as I get out of the rain, I'll power cycle that roof camera, because we might have a really nice view as we move away from this thing. This road's really slippery. Yeah, so that stuff just south of Dallas and Fort Worth is definitely taking off. So that's all thanks to that outflow boundary interaction that's happening up there. So I think that's going to be our storm. The good news is we didn't waste any time by messing around with this one. No time at all. That stuff up north is going to be more robust, longer lived, probably way more interesting than this garbage down here. So we'll go take a look. Once we get to Waco, we'll go north on 35 up toward Hillsboro. And honestly, by the time we get to Hillsboro, we probably are going to have a really good visual on this. We might actually have a visual on this when we get to Waco even. So it won't take long here, folks. Thanks for joining. We're not doing a full Project Weather Eye deployment today, no, but I do have number 5 placed, looking at the storms we're leaving. That's in Waco. We might put number 4, maybe number 2 or something, or 6 up there by Hillsboro. Not really putting all of our effort into this one here, just because it's a little bit of a lower end thing and probably not going to do a whole lot. But we're going to deploy units on this if we need to here. You can find those in the Radar Omega app. Yeah, the thing that sucks with number 5 is that one is AT&T only. That's kind of, number 5 is our test bed. It's got some different modems, some different software. Number 5 is kind of a special case. That's the one we put all of our stuff that we're testing on. That's the sandbox unit. And that one is AT&T only at the moment. And I thought, well, it's in town. It's in an urban area. It should have great signal. Nope. Nope, it's like a dead spot for AT&T. I tried to open YouTube on my phone, my AT&T phone in the parking lot, and it would barely load it. So that's kind of fighting for signal. That's why you get that intermittent blank screen, but it is what it is. At least it's not our fault, you know. Yes, so now that we've got a new month, I'm going to go ahead and kind of talk to you guys a little bit about some changes here that are not actually changes, but well, I turn on noise cancellation to block out some of the water. So you guys know, over the past month, we've been testing out doing members-only streams that have the ads turned off. All YouTube channel members, you can access that ad-free stream, whether you've got premium or not. The monetization is turned off. I don't make a dime from you watching it because you're already a member. You can access that ad-free stream through the members section of the channel. So that's going to be a permanent feature. That we were testing that for most of the month of May, if not all of it. I don't know. Do you guys remember? Was that the entire month or just part of it? But we were testing that for most of May, and it works really well. So if you are a channel member on YouTube, you've got access to that with no ads. So that's going to be a feature. I don't monitor the ad-free or the members chat, though. I only monitor the public, but that's okay. A reminder that we do have our Discord server, seethestorm.net. You'll be able to find a link. You can also go to projectweathereye.com. We're expanding Project Weather Eye rapidly and very intensely. I've gotten word that some other folks are trying to compete and kind of rip me off with what I did, and that's fine. You know, competition's good, I guess. But I'm not going to be shadowed by individuals that haven't worked nearly as hard as the people that work with us do. So we're not going to be in the shadow. We're going to be robustly ramping up Project Weather Eye efforts here over the next few months. If you want to find all of our affiliates, you can go to projectweatheri.com. It's just one word, projectweatheri.com. And if you scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, you'll see our links to all members of our field team. So anybody who's affiliated with Project Weather Eye, their YouTube channel or their website, social media, whatever, is linked at the bottom. You just click on them and you'll find it. We're actually considering starting Facebook subscriptions as well. So here's the thing. I don't want to monetize every platform and make people feel like they have to be a member all over the place. You know, if you want to support the channel monthly for $5 on YouTube, you know, that's awesome. We appreciate it. But you shouldn't have to support it for $5 on every freaking platform. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I've found, I've done some analytics and such. Most of our Facebook audience is actually not our YouTube audience, believe it or not. Most of the people on Facebook are not people that are regularly on YouTube. So we probably are going to open up Facebook subscriptions as well because, I mean, like, let's be real, folks. I'm not out here to get rich, but I do have to fund the stuff we're doing, right? Like, it costs money to do this stuff. You know, we're already at, what, $110 in operating costs today for fuel and all that stuff. Plus, you know, we're going to have data with the deployment devices on there and such. So, like, it costs an obscene amount of money. It's ridiculous. So, but we do have an audience on Facebook that has been asking for subscriptions. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the YouTube membership tier over to Facebook. And basically, if you're a Facebook, you know, if you're a YouTube channel member, you're going to see the same stuff that the Facebook channel or Facebook subscribers see. Basically, if I post a members only update on YouTube, I'm going to copy that over to Facebook and do it for subscribers only on Facebook. And I'm going to be very transparent and very clear about that when we start it, that you really only need to be a member on one platform because it's going to be cross-platform stuff. If you want to be members on both platforms, that's fine. But, you know, if you just want to support the channel, you know, you only need to be a member on one platform. You know, I don't want people to think that you got to go to all the platforms and spend all your money on me like that. That's just not right. You do not identify as Facebook? Well, sorry, Christopher. That's really unfortunate. I was hoping you did. But that's kind of what the plan is. After that, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag before I've even really got anything concrete in plan here. But we are going to be beginning a Project Weather Eye broadcast feature. We've got some partners we're going to work with this and some personalities we're going to work with, but we are going to bring a studio broadcast, you know, live style broadcast to YouTube and to Project Weather Eye, featuring mainly the Project Weather Eye devices and of course the chasers as well. There's going to be simultaneous YouTube streams going on. You know, my channel, nothing's changing on my channel, but I want everyone to know that, you know, we're trying to tailor this and build this broadcast feature, which will be in addition. It's not replacing, in addition to what we do, but we're going to build it and tailor it to be appealing to what the audience wants. And I've got a small pool of suggestions that I've gotten, and we're pretty excited to get working on it. We're hoping to be able to launch that by hurricane season. Also, I'm working on getting the PayPal tippers, donors, whatever we want to call you guys. I don't like the word donation. Like, I feel like that feels slimy to me. So I don't know, PayPal tip people. I don't know, PayPalers, whatever. People that use PayPal or Cash App, whatever. I'm working with an API that's going to allow us to put your PayPal contributions or Cash App contributions on screen, just like the super chats. When you go to the website and contribute, there'll be an option to omit it, because I know people don't always want to put that stuff publicly, and that's fine. I totally get it. But I want you folks to feel like you're recognized as well, because right now it's kind of hit or miss if we can get to you during the live stream because of the way notifications work. So we're just going to pipe it right into the live stream, kind of like the super chats do. Because we do appreciate you folks. Like Project Weather Eye, I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. Project Weather Eye is primarily funded by the PayPal income. We don't get a whole lot of PayPal income because we don't push it. Because I feel like, you know, if you're watching a storm chasing or a weather live stream, you don't want to hear an advertisement of, oh, send me money every 5 minutes. Like, that's just going to get old. I'm going to get old saying that. I can't imagine listening to it, right? Which is fine. But so I try not to push it too much. So a lot of people don't know about it, but we do allow folks that want to take kind of some ownership in this, if you want to call it that, of Project Weather Eye, and of course seethestorm.net. What we're doing, you guys can actually use the PayPal option on our website, seethestorm.net, or just the flat out integrated option on projectweathereye.com has like a stripe feature built in. You can use that too. It goes the same place. But that, there's no fees. There's like a 0.9% fee, whoop-de-doo. But there's no fees, none of that stuff. That stuff is available for use basically 48 hours after we receive it. And we use that stuff for Project Weather Eye deployments and development. Mainly development right now, but in the future that's going to be used for deployments and to help out our partners and everything. And
Yeah, that one there, Claiborne, really doesn't look too bad right now.
make everything kind of work out here as needed. No, not at all.
The surface obs in front of it, not too big of a spread like it is down here.
Yeah, Zach's out here as well. I'll put him on screen for a second if it's working. Sometimes it might not be working. It is working. So he's behind us. So that, by the way, that video is synchronized, which is pretty cool. But you guys can watch Zach's live stream as well. He's helping us with Project Weather Eye. If you go to projectweathereye.com, there's a link to his website at the bottom of the homepage. Well, son of a bitch, I'm in the wrong lane. I think that's all right. We can go this way, right? Yeah, we can go this way. All right, let's turn left at the light. It goes to the same place. Anyway, so that was kind of my announcement, I guess. Whoop-de-doo, right? Now that we left that storm, it'll probably go severe and go crazy. That's my luck. But I do like the stuff up to the north. That stuff looks way more robust. Way more better, I think. I hope. God, it's freaking hot out. Gosh dang. Holy smoke, that's hot out.
Echo tops on that Cleburne cell is up over 50,000.
Good. I think we actually might be able to see that here, maybe. I think that's what you're looking at right there.
It's looking pretty good.
Yeah, we're gonna head for that one. And that's coming this way, folks. So it's coming toward us and we're going toward it, so that's good. Freaking giant hole in the road there. God dang. Hopefully this is the right answer. It probably is. Yeah, Pizza Hut's hit or miss. I agree with that. Pizza Hut used to be way better. I don't know what happened. It's like Applebee's. They suck now. They used to be way better. That's a lot of places, though. The storm that we left is looking better, but I think the stuff up here is going to have a better shot because it's dealing with that outflow boundary and stuff. Great traffic. Yeah, quick, everybody slam on your brakes. Welcome to Waco. Jesus. I think in like maybe 10 minutes here we might actually have a visual on this storm. Should start seeing the tops of it. Which I think we are on the left there. Yep, everybody on your brakes. God knows why. According to Google Maps, though, we're almost out of this traffic snarl.
Updraft's got a very crisp left edge right there.
Yeah, these things are barely moving too. Right there, we're starting to get a little better view of our storm. I'll widen the shot some. We got a pretty healthy looking storm up here. It's very small. It's a very small storm, but it's looking fairly healthy. There's actually two of them kind of right next to each other. We'll see what how that makes things play out. But you can see on Radar Omega there that we're closing in. We're right in the middle between the two up to the north and the one to the south. So we're making our way up there pretty quick. Just severe warned it. Severe warned it for 1-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. The one we're going to.
Thunderstorm warning for central Johnson County in north central Texas, northwestern Hill County in central Texas, southwestern Ellis County in north central Texas until 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 5:04 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Lake Pat Cleburne, 47 miles south of Cleburne, moving southeast at 20 miles per hour. A second severe thunderstorm was located south of Alvarado, moving southeast at 20 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This severe thunderstorm will be near Covington around 5:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by this severe thunderstorm include Osceola, 5 Points, Lovelace, Woodbury, Milford, Liosa, Parker, Mayfield, Griffith, and Sand Flat. This includes the following highways: Interstate 35 between mile markers 368 and 369. Interstate 35W between mile markers 1 and 26. Interstate 35E between mile markers 371 and 384, and between mile markers 392 and 393. For your protection, get inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will send your report to the National Weather Service office in Fort Worth. Severe thunderstorm watch number 352 remains in.
Alright, so our target storms have severe thunderstorm warnings on them now. Once we get up here, I'll have to find somewhere to stop and power cycle that camera, because we're going to need it at this rate. We're headed up 35 right now, going toward Dallas, Fort Worth. So once we get up here, we'll have to decide. We might just go west out of Hillsboro. Probably get off of Interstate 35 at Hillsboro. Just get off the interstate. Can't really do a whole lot of chasing on the interstate. And then we'll have to decide if we're going to go for the west one or the east one. They're separated by about 5 to 10 miles between the two. I haven't decided yet. We'll see if one becomes the main show here by the time we get up there or not. Take a look at that updraft tower there. Not looking bad. I just went full screen on the vehicle camera. Keep in mind, folks, you can stay watching RDD number 5. You can watch all of our Project Weather Eye devices in the Radar Omega app anytime they're deployed. Yeah, this thing's not looking too bad, guys. Yeah, welcome to June. It's the first day of meteorological summer, finally. Something that I'll mention, it looks like we're probably going to have a couple of live streams over the next week, so tomorrow, probably not, but maybe. But it looks like on Tuesday will probably be a day. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe. Especially Friday, Saturday, so it looks like we're going to stay busy through June. It's just crazy how May has come and gone already. Like, it goes by so fast. Do you guys remember the tornado we had south of Waco over there by Colleen? Yeah, that was on May 1st. That was a month ago already. I can't believe it. It's amazing how fast it's gone. But let's think about this for a minute. May, which is what we would consider like the top of the line peak month for storm chasing when it comes to, you know, like statistically, you know, May. Don't get me wrong, April, June, March, July, like they're all close runner-ups, but May just has a slight edge, even though I actually prefer June. Come on, guys. Get off the brakes. What are we doing here? But think about it. May has come and gone. We have only chased, well, Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico. Did we chase New Mexico? Barely. Yeah, barely. Texas and Oklahoma. That's been about it. We've had occasional days. I think we had one day, which was that nocturnal tornado in Nebraska. We had a Mississippi day, but it's basically just been Oklahoma and Texas. It's been kind of weird. Will the storm make it to Waco? Possibly. Jesus, traffic. Come on. Really? Alright, well, once we get through traffic,
hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This severe thunderstorm will be near Covington around 5:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by this severe thunderstorm include Osceola, 5 Points, Lovelace, Woodbury, Milford, Vista, Parker, Mayfield, Griffith, and Sand Flat. This includes the following highways: Interstate 35 between mile markers 368 and 369. Interstate 35W between mile markers 1 and 26. Interstate 35E between mile markers 371 and 384, and between mile markers 392 and 393. For your protection, get inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will send a report to the National Weather Service office in Fort Worth. Severe thunderstorm watch number 352 remains in effect until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties in Texas: Bell, Mosque, El Reno, Falls, Hill, Limestone, McLennan, Milam, and Robertson. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds in close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio, and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Now let's check on your local forecast for the Waco metropolitan area. Severe thunderstorm watch 352 in effect until 10 p.m. this evening. Rest of this afternoon, mostly sunny with a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the lower 90s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight, partly cloudy. A 30%.
Alright, so severe warnings are still in effect for quarter-inch hail, or quarter-sized hail, rather. Probably exit up here at Hillsboro.
I'm really liking that western storm.
Got the one coming into Hillsboro.
Yeah, the western half of the storm northwest of Hillsboro, it's got a lot of boundary interactions and good rotation up, like starting at almost 2,000 feet, and I've seen lowering pictures on Twitter.
Agree, it's looking good.
Well, we'll see what we get. I'm gonna get off the interstate at Hillsboro.
Yeah, it looks like 171 is a good road option from there.
I'll get that roof camera powered up. we'll take, might be the next exit here. I don't know where I'm going, but this will work.
Yeah, I couldn't get over because of this car.
Probably I'll go to the same place, I imagine. Alright. Let me stop and get the roof camera rebooted. One second.
Serving the Waco listening area. Now let's check on your local forecast for the Waco metropolitan area. Severe thunderstorm watch 352 in effect until 10 p.m. this evening. Rest of this afternoon, mostly sunny with a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the lower 90s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight, partly cloudy. A 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms in the evening. Lows around 70. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Monday, mostly sunny.
Give me just a second, guys. I don't have any power up there on that roof camera. Let's see why.
Thunderstorm watch 352 in effect until 10 p.m. this evening. Rest of this afternoon, mostly sunny with a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the lower 90s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight, partly cloudy. A 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms in the evening. Lows around 70. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour.
I think my USB power cable up there took a dump. Let me just put a battery in it. That'll last us a couple of hours. We'll just run it off of battery power. That's not a big deal.
Serving the Waco listening area. Now let's check on your local forecast for the Waco metropolitan area. Severe thunderstorm watch 352 in effect until 10 p.m. this evening. Tonight, partly cloudy. A chance of showers and thunderstorms this evening. Then a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after midnight. Some thunderstorms may be severe this evening. Lows in the upper 60s. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of rain 40%. Monday, mostly sunny. Humid with highs around 90. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Monday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 70s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. The current time is 5:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. You are listening to NOAA All Hazards Radio, the voice of the National Weather Service, station WXK 35. Serving the Waco listening area.
Okay, well, it doesn't want to power on at all, and I don't know why. Let me see what I can rig here.
Thunderstorm watch 352 in effect until 10 p.m. this evening. Tonight, partly cloudy. A chance of showers and thunderstorms this evening.
How can I rig
Showers and
this?
thunderstorms after midnight. Some thunderstorms may be severe this evening. Lows in the upper 60s. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of rain 40%.
Yeah, I wish it was as easy as buying a cable, but it's not.
South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Monday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 70s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. The current time is 5:31 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
All right. Well, I've got a backup one that we can use. I won't be able to. Well, no, I could spin it around. Hang on, guys. Yeah, I can make this work. I literally just have to hold on. Just hot swap it. It's entirely possible the camera itself is dead. So, but it's not a simple fix, folks, unfortunately. So, I do have a backup method, though. So that is not the roof camera. That's actually another DJI camera I have that's running on a battery. So at some point I'll have to change that battery, but we can just let that run up there for a little bit. It's not going to hurt it. I kind of think that maybe my my camera died. So I don't know. I'll investigate it later. All right, they dropped a severe warning. The storm looks like ass now. Go figure. Storm looks terrible. Yeah, well, it's
over for a minute on 171. I've got a decent view. I don't see anything that has my interest right now.
yeah. Unfortunately, though, folks, it's a $400 unit that we have to replace now, so it's definitely not a fun thing here if it is broken. So just keep that in mind, guys. You know, all this stuff costs a lot of money, so it's definitely not fun for me when it breaks. That's for sure. I don't understand how these frontage roads work in this area, so give me a minute here. Yeah, these. I think these storms might be a dud. I think they might be a dud, folks. These are crapping out. What the hell? What's going on here? It's kind of a pretty looking storm though. So at least we have that going for us. Well, storms, there's two of them.
Me too.
Say again.
I'm about to go west out of Hillsboro on 22.
All right. I think I can get off this frontage road now. Yeah. Alright, this is Hillsboro. Thanks for your super chats, folks. I will read them all here at the end of the stream. I do appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel. Yeah, we're probably going to go west out of town ourselves. Was I supposed to turn there? I don't know. Yep, I sure was. God dang it. Cripes. Alright, this all goes to the same place. We'll get there one of these days. Oh, is this Caputer? Yeah, it is. That's funny. Look, that guy's out walking his baby. What a nice day to walk your baby. Well, we're gonna burn the hell out of that red light. Oh, we made it. Just barely. So I got a guy on my bumper, and I know damn well he was gonna end up in my back seat if I stopped, so. Eat it, trolls. Don't care. There's also a cop 2 cars behind me, and he don't have an issue with it, so we're fine. All right, going west on 22.
All right. Just as soon as you come out of town, it opens up, and I've got a spot right here in an intersection that's got a decent view. It's got a lowering in it, nothing like overly impressive, but it's there.
All right. Hold on, there's a big delay on this roof camera because it's set up for like a 3-second buffer. So this is not our primary roof camera. This is literally a patch job that I just threw up there real quick. All right, I just need something looking that way. So my controls are all messed up doing this because they're like 3 to 5 seconds behind. Yeah, this storm I think looks like crap on radar. I don't know what happened to it. I have no idea why it died like this, but it's shot. It is absolutely shot. It may get some life breathed back into it here, but it's pretty well shot right now. It's definitely the storm to be on, though. It's kind of the only option here. This thing was attached to that outflow boundary earlier, but I think it's lost it now, and I think it's dying, which surprises me because I didn't expect it to blow over it like that, but we'll see. Yeah, you can see what Zach's talking about, right? He's looking at right there. There is a little bit of a lowering under it, just high-based and kind of cruddy, but this thing might end up being a really pretty storm once we kind of get at the proper angle to look at it here. You would be surprised. Sometimes these dying storms are actually some of the best ones to look at. Try to get in position on this. real close to being in about as good as position as we're going to get. Visibility's improving. A little better angle of attack on this. Not terrible looking.
You found anything further with a better view?
Yeah, the whole road's about the same.
Yeah, it looks like it's crapping out.
Oh yeah, 100% this thing is ass. Like it just blew over that outflow boundary. I don't know though, the reflectivity's coming back up. Now I see why all the people in the comments were telling me that the signal sucks up here. We're starting to drop. Oh, God. That comment was actually funny. We're heading out there toward Whitney, kind of. Something's rattling around in here. Oh, is it this? No. It's not this.
Almost looks like it's forming another lowering closer to town.
There's a road between Hillsboro and Whitney. If you zoom in a bit, it goes north. It looked like there might have been a good view. I drove by it. That goes a little closer. I'm headed toward Whitney still, though. we're getting a little bit of a view again. I'll take what I can get. Here it is, wide open. I'm just gonna stop here, screw it. You guys just keep watching that in the middle there. I'm gonna take a look at the roof camera here and see why it's not functioning, because I brought it in. Let me grab a pair of pliers. I do have a spare that I probably could put up there, come to think about it. Yeah, it's not powering on even with a fresh battery. I think the camera's dead. Son of a gun. Well, it's lasted quite a while. It's lasted quite a while. Oh no, it's powering on. Son of a gun. Shit. Okay. So that just tells me we need to epoxy a new cable into it. Okay, the camera's alright. Oh, the charge port's bad, isn't it? Actually, maybe not. Maybe, do I have another charge cable? Let me try charging it now. Yeah, it's dead. It's dead. Well, shit. That's alright. Can run it off a battery, but I can't run it off of power. Oh yeah, sure as hell it's all corroded. So water did get to it. Water did get to it. It's possible that maybe some alcohol or some contact cleaner. Alright, what do I have in here that's got alcohol? I got like, I got mouthwash. I could probably use the mouthwash. Hold on, guys. You just keep enjoying that for a minute. I'm going to see if I can clean this port out. There might possibly be a funnel coming, or a lowering. I shouldn't say funnel, a lowering trying to happen in there. Don't mind me. I'm just going to get my my mouthwash and clean out this port. So there's some corrosion in there, and mouthwash is it's got alcohol in it, right? Yeah, I don't know. I got a Q-tip. Really get that shit in there. Just trying to swab the USB-C port out here. That's actually not looking too bad. Smells like mint now. Moment of truth, will it work with power applied? Holy shit, I fixed it. Guys, I fixed it. With mouthwash. I fixed it with mouthwash. This is incredible. Okay, now I have a slight issue, and I'll show you. So, this cable got some moisture in it, and it goes into here, and it's epoxied in there. It finally got some moisture in it. We'll fix that. However, this is open. I can run this on battery, but this is open. I can't put it on the roof or it's going to get effed. So we're going to put some black duct tape on it. All right, so that just to keep it waterproof for a good minute. Because I don't have time to epoxy anything into it, but when we can run it on battery, that's awesome. So that means I can get my good one off the roof. Guys, we literally just fixed that USB port with mouthwash. You guys witnessed that. Somebody better tweet that. How many live streamers out there, I don't care if they're chasers or something else, how many live streamers out there have the capability to fix their equipment with mouthwash? I mean, come on, people. Shouldn't I should get an award for that. All right, I got some duct tape on it. Big wall cloud forming. Giant wall cloud forming.
Yeah, I'm getting glimpses of it now. I'm about to go north on that road just out of Peoria. County Road 3050 or whatever it is.
Great. That's fantastic. Let me see if I can back up and get on the other side of these power lines. I was in and out of the car dumping mouthwash on my camera. I'll explain later, so I didn't hear everything you said, but I will tell you up here where I'm at is probably the best view of the whole spot, whole road. Let's get the power lines out the shop.
Okay. I turned north towards the wall cloud on that County Road 3050.
I'm just backing down the shoulder, guys. I want to get these power lines. This would look so good without these stupid power lines. There we go. That's better. That's better. Just really want a shot without the power lines. Now I got a stupid tree. Oh, whatever.
Is that wall cloud starting to get rain wrapped from your visual? It is from up here.
Alright, I got a photo without the power lines ruining everything. Okay, I'm happy now. Yeah, this thing's kind of elevated looking.
Yeah, there's no visual at all from this county road, and it turns to dirt.
We'll sit and watch this for a minute. I'm gonna tweet this and put it on Snapchat and everything here. It's a nice photo. I can't tell if it's really rotating much though. Yeah, this thing is starting to get more intense with the reflectivity. Storm could be intensifying. All right, I just tweeted it. All right, I'm going to put this on the Snapchat page here. Remember how to do that. It's a very pretty storm. It's pretty harmless, though. All right. Yeah, I really don't want to move. We're probably going to have to shortly, though, because we're about to get dumped on with rain, I think. All right, let me do one more photo op, and then we might want to reposition here. Yeah, not even a severe warning on this thing. Well, I'm about to take off, but if you want to pull up in front of me and get the tree out of the shot, you can. Frickin' fly got in here, son of a gun. Severe warned one that's coming in behind this one.
Mostly sunny, 93. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This severe thunderstorm will be near Cleburne and Lake Pat Cleburne around 6:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by this severe thunderstorm include Rio Vista and Parker. For your protection, get inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. To report severe weather, contact the nearest law enforcement agency. They will send your report to the National Weather Service office in Fort Worth. The current time. Daylight time. You are listening to all AC-55. Now in Fort Worth listening area.
Yeah, I was just looking at 933.
The National Weather Service in Fort Worth has issued a severe thunderstorm.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a little better than the storm. I mean, the storm's good looking, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely dying. It looked way better a few minutes ago.
6:07 p.m. Central Daylight Time. A severe thunderstorm was located near Godley, 8 miles north of Cleburne, moving southeast at 20 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind
That one didn't come through.
Siding and trees. This severe thunderstorm will be near Cleburne and Lake
We don't get any audio. You might have to reboot it.
Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by the severe thunderstorm include Rio Vista and Parker. For your protection, get inside.
Wow, look at this.
Stay windows. To report severe weather,
That's cool.
contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will send your report to the National Weather Service office in Fort Worth. Now let's check on your Google forecast for the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Lows on activity in effect for today. Tonight, partly cloudy with distant showers and thunderstorms this evening, and mostly cloudy with distant showers and thunderstorms after midnight. Lows around 70. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of rain 30%. Monday, mostly sunny. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms.
Jesus, barely made that one.
Humid with highs in the lower
Should have just went right through it, honestly.
Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming south 10 to 15 miles an hour.
That was a
in the
fast
afternoon.
yellow. Holy smokes.
Monday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 70s. South winds around 10 miles an hour. The current time is 6:11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. You're listening to NOAA All Hazards Radio, the voice of the National Weather Service, station KEC 55, serving the Dallas-Fort Worth listening area. The National Weather Service in Fort Worth has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Johnson County in north central Texas until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. It's radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This severe thunderstorm will be near Cleburne and late past Cleburne around 6:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by this severe...
Well, this is pretty harmless, though. No severe warning on this. Get rained on a little here. That's neat. Look at that. You can see the whole updraft base. Very small updraft base, mind you. Yeah, so there's a little storm behind this one that I'm actually more interested in than this one, so that's kind of what I'm going for. That thing is definitely shriveling up and dying, isn't it? Still kind of neat to look at. It's looking back toward Whitney. Driving to our new storm up by Bloom, or no, Cleburne. Probably about to lose sight of that. Alright, we'll go racing. Coming up on that new storm pretty soon. get up here and get on the main road, if you want to call it that. I think we're going to get... Actually, I think we do have a visual already off to the left, just through the breaks in the trees. I'm going to start spinning the roof camera over there. Yeah, there is a wall cloud over there. Wall cloud on the northern storm. Definitely a wall cloud on that. Right in the middle there.
I don't think I'm too far behind here.
Garbage signal out here, guys. Sorry, just stick with me. We got a very large wall cloud. Just hang in there. Really garbage signal. That's what everybody in the chat was saying. All the locals were saying the signal's terrible up here. We're running on Starlink, but when the trees are covering the road, it doesn't help, you know. Very big wall cloud. We'll go left on 174. Yeah, we'll go west on 174. It's not bad looking. It definitely doesn't look immediately tornadic, but it's a pretty large wall cloud. It's not super low to the ground yet, but it's definitely coming together. Not expecting a tornado out of this, but we might end up with a very robust storm here. This thing might be a big hail producer soon. This is the wall cloud on the north end of that horseshoe. Right here. Right in the circled area. Hopefully you saw that. If not, just play it back. Very pretty storm. I went left, which is west on 174. It's Tour Van City, though.
I'm coming into Blum now.
Yeah, once you get north of there, it opens up. It's a real good view. Try to go down around whatever the heck that was. Wall cloud is just left of center there. It ain't bad looking, guys. Although the storm itself does not look like it's going to produce a tornado, but it still looks like we're going to have a hell of a storm. That low wall cloud. How about right here? How's this work? I don't think it's spinning. I can't tell. It could be. It could be, but I just can't tell. Let me look at radar and see if radar supports anything suspicious. There's not a whole lot on radar that looks suspicious.
Mute off.
I'll take you guys out of the vehicle with me here. Well, at least I'll take the audio out with me here.
Mute off.
Alright, let's try to not step on a snake. I'm sure they're out here. Alright, so initial impressions of this thing, out of the car looking at it, definitely not tornadic, but you know, you can't be too picky with stuff like this. I mean, especially on a day like today. It just doesn't say tornado to me. It looks kind of not surface-based almost. I'm gonna go zoom in, I think, from the car. There is a road that goes north up ahead or back behind us that we passed. I might go back to that road because it's a little bit tough to see exactly what's going on because we got that tree line right there. freaking fly. Let's go back to that road that went north. Giant hole in the road. Let's try not to hit it. This road looks like it goes up in curves. I think this is like a logging road. If there's no clearing up here, we'll turn around. So this is a county road. This thing's pretty piss poor. I'm gonna stop, I guess. Make sure I don't hit no one coming around the corner. Oh, there's a little pull-off spot right here.
It looks like you can take this all the way back to the county road.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull off. I'm not super enthused about this. Yeah, they definitely are clearing this out to widen the road by the looks of it.
To the main road.
Yeah, I'll be coming shortly. Come on, signal. Cripes. Alright, we'll go back to the main road, get better signal here. This thing's not super interesting right now. We'll keep an eye on it though. We'll get out of the sticks here.
This one lost its severe warning.
Yeah, I saw that. We can go a little farther west. That is very pretty, though. Oh, hold on. Let me get you in frame. It's not bad looking. It's really not. Stop here for a minute.
Mute off.
I'm gonna get a picture or two here once these cars hopefully pass me. I don't even know what they're doing. There they go. Got to appreciate storms like this. Just because it's not producing a tornado doesn't mean it sucks. If I tell you, oh shit, we're out of signal. All right, hopefully it comes back. I tell you, folks, if you're trying to storm chase and you can't appreciate storms like this, you're gonna get burnt out. Because yeah, there's no tornado, but this is still pretty impressive. I got some nice pictures so far. Yeah, we're really struggling with signal. There's like no phone service. We're just using Starlink right now, and it's struggling. Now the trees are in our way. I think we're gonna have another good view of this thing if we go a little farther west. Just hang on. There we go. Bad. I'm actually gonna pull over. Alright, I went farther west and it definitely looks like it's all outflow.
Yeah, I'm on the road now.
Alright, I'm probably not gonna go too much farther with it. Yeah, I'm not getting when you said we're all in crap signal areas here, I think. Not bad, guys. It's really not bad. Damn, I could have got that lightning. Son of a bitch. Trash for signal here. Oh, I wonder if I could actually get a lightning photo. Probably not. I'd be that lucky.
Mute off.
hour ago.
Yeah.
Well, I got to use my lightning app. I'd say when your wife has.
I don't know the chance, to be honest with you.
I missed the only lightning strike that I saw all day. It was like 30 seconds
I got it
ago.
on string.
Yeah, so did I. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me, man. There. Sit. Pretend like I know what I'm doing. Oh! But it didn't even. God damn it.
Yeah, it probably did. Yeah, it might have. It's got that tree right
That was a shitty one, though. Waco's cheap.
Is it?
Yeah, my roof camera died. I got corrosion in that USB connector. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And I'm like, I need some rubbing alcohol. I'm like, oh, mouthwash has alcohol in it. So I'm using it with freaking mouthwash and like scrubbing it.
When you said I poured mouthwash on my camera, I don't know why.
Yeah, it works now. Works great. Oh, God damn it. Come on, man. I didn't even get to try out my app. Yeah, I'm about ready to be done with this rain shout.
Ah, you got that.
Yeah,
You got it.
I hope I don't have to push start. I don't know if there's a start or not. All right, I'm probably gonna go back to the road.
What?
I'm gonna go back to the road. That way, I think.
The bathrooms break.
Didn't get any. No lightning picture for us. Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of like start button I'm supposed to press that I never pressed, but I didn't never read any directions.
This storm died hard. Yeah, we'll find some more stuff on the way real quick. Copy, and the cell up there near the radar site. Yeah, I saw that.
Alright guys, I'm gonna go back to 35 and regroup. I'll give you an update here when it stops raining so hard. Can't even hear myself. Alright folks, that was fun. That storm is crapping out though, so there are some others in the vicinity, so by the time we get to I-35, we might be able to get a new target picked out. That right there, that big puppy cumulus cloud could be our new target.
I went ahead and shut mine there.
Alright, I'm gonna keep going until we get through whatever the hell this is up here.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. It's the pedal on the right. It won't bite you. Holy cow, dude. I think we found the Sunday driver of the day right here. That's alright. Not in a hurry here yet. Just hope he doesn't turn right. Alright, how much you guys want to bet this guy turns right? Please don't turn right. Please don't turn right. Please. Please don't turn right. Oh, thank God he's not turning right. Alright, wow, we really good. Wow, that was a close call. Holy smokes. Don't get me wrong, like, there's nothing wrong with slowing down and driving safe, but holy smokes, like, I just really don't want to be stuck behind that guy the whole way to the interstate. Yeah, I don't think the day is over just yet, guys. Give me a minute here. We might be able to fluff out a new target here. Alright, we'll just keep on this road for a little while here. We got a nice view of this cumulonimbus cloud or whatever. Thunderstorm cloud, how about that? Just gonna call it a thunderstorm. Should be out of the rain in a minute. That'll improve visibility. None of these are severe warned except for that kind of cluster of storms up there on the south side of Fort Worth. Get out of the way, Bert. Jeez. Pick up number 5 down by Waco, but that's no big deal. This was actually kind of a fun chase, even though nothing really happened. I do like days like this. Like I said earlier, you know, if you want to be a storm chaser, if you can't, take that back. Like, if this is something you want to do all the time, whether it's for a hobby or a job or whatever, there's a million different ways you can go with this. But if you want to do like weather out in the field, like out in the element like this, you have to be okay with not seeing tornadoes all the time. Some people, all they want to do is see tornadoes, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of those folks are also the hobbyists and such that just go out when the tornado chances are high, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. But if you want to do this as like something where you're always out all the time on all sorts of different storms, different areas, different landscapes, you have to basically be accepting of these storms that don't produce tornadoes, because just because there's not a tornado, you can still have a really pretty storm. It's a good way to get burnt out. You can get burnt out fast if you like. I got 2 really nice photos today. 2, that's it. And that's all I care about. I don't sell my photos. The pictures that I take don't generate me any revenue, other than like you guys might click on them and I get a penny or something. I don't know. They don't generate me any revenue. God dang, I just bit my tongue. They don't generate me any revenue. So I just like to have some sort of pretty picture to show for the day. And we got 2 of them. That's good enough for me.
Decent one for cheap.
What's cheap?
I found what appears to be a decent hotel for cheap.
There were a couple of them down there in Waco.
Yeah, I found one for $80.
I'll take a look. It's probably one of the ones I found earlier. Yeah, they're very reasonably priced compared to what we're dealing with. As long as we don't have to call the cops at 2:03 in the morning.
Yeah, no shit.
Kind of a pretty storm up ahead. Hold on one second.
I'm good to go too now.
You're right. You don't want to book a dump, I'll tell you. Let's get this thing on the roof camera. Well, what do you guys think? So, wow, that's actually pretty. So I don't think we're going to have a stream tomorrow. There's a chance, and it's not a good one, but there is a chance that we may be in the Texas Panhandle tomorrow. Maybe. It's not a good chance, but it's a chance. Don't think it's going to happen, though. It really looks like trash. I actually wouldn't be surprised if SPC downgrades that to marginal tonight. I really wouldn't be surprised. If they keep it slight, I really wouldn't blame them either, though. But it looks like trash. And beyond that, we have a risk for severe weather on... Oh, what is it? What's today? Sunday? Tuesday. So Tuesday... we're probably going to be somewhere in North Texas, like Wichita Falls. Maybe as far south as I-20, as far north as Oklahoma City or I-40 in Oklahoma. Somewhere in there, give or take. So I think Tuesday is almost a given. So here's how I think the week is going to go, and don't hold me to this. Tomorrow, probably not streaming unless something really changes or I just get super bored. Tuesday, which is the day after Tuesday, there will likely be a live stream somewhere between Dallas and Oklahoma City, give or take. Wednesday, maybe, just maybe, we might have a chase in West Texas. Like, just maybe. I'm not really confident, but just maybe. Maybe. Big maybe. What day did I say that was? Wednesday. Yeah. Thursday, I don't think there's anything. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we might be back on the plains. So, it's going to stay busy here, guys. Just because it's June doesn't mean that it's going to slow down. It's definitely not slowing down. But June and August, I think, are actually my favorite months to chase. We see a lot of tornadoes in August. I've seen more tornadoes in the month of August than any other month. Like, I'm not even kidding. June is a nice month. I like June because it's kind of a transitional month. You get a lot of, you still get some southern plains, but you get some nice, like, middle plains on the high plains. We start usually, I don't know, I hope so this year, but usually we see a lot of eastern Colorado, western Nebraska, and western Kansas in June. And I really like Nebraska. I really like eastern Colorado even more. Eastern Colorado is awesome. Lots of roads, too. Colorado as a whole is awesome. I gotta get my damn truck fixed so we can go back up in the mountains this year. I was hoping to have it fixed by now, but it's looking like it's going to be really expensive, unfortunately. So, cross your fingers, pending any sort of catastrophic failures or miserable problems, I'm hoping that when I get paid from YouTube on June 21st, I'm hoping that I have enough money in there to pay the bills and to get the truck fixed. Because if I can, I'm going to go get a motor put in that thing, and then we're immediately going to take that thing out and go up in the mountains and stuff. We have until, realistically, the beginning of October to go out there, so we got plenty of time before it gets snowed in, because it snows early and stays snowy late. Hell, the trails are just starting to open up out there. Not even all of them are open yet, still snowed in. Not a big deal. We got plenty of time, but I'm just really hoping we can squeeze out a motor job on that out of this next check. I'm really hoping. I don't know if that's going to happen. That's pending any sort of catastrophic failures between now and then. And you know how things go around here. So I want to go out there, and I don't want to have to rent something to go out there, because that's just going to be a pain in the ass. Yeah, Colorado's an awesome place. I think Colorado and Texas are like my favorite states. I think. There's a lot to them. Like Texas is like 4 states combined. Colorado is kind of the same. Well, Colorado is really Colorado's like three distinct geographic areas. You've got, let's see, what do you got? You got the Eastern Plains, which are basically anything east of the Front Range or the mountains, and you guys know what I'm talking about. It's flat grassland, might as well be Kansas, but it's high terrain. It's really pretty. And then you've got the mountainous region, which is, the mountains, like the middle part, just west of I-25, just west of Denver. Lots and lots of cool places out there. And then you've got the western, mesa region, where everything's just on that big plateau, just mesas all over the place, super high desert terrain. It reminds me of Utah. I mean, it's basically, it might as well be Utah, but it looks like Utah and Arizona. It's pretty cool. It's almost like the eastern half, but instead of a bunch of prairie grass, you got it's just high terrain desert. It's really neat. If you've never been west of the Rocky Mountains, especially on I-70 or something, you really should go out there. It's pretty cool. Utah's a really pretty state to drive through as well. I don't know if you've ever been to Utah, but Utah is a hell of a pretty state. That actually might be my favorite state to drive through. I've only done it once, but it was really pretty. Yeah, what's really piss poor about that truck is it's now 5 years old. It was 4 years old, but it had a birthday. It's 5 years old and it needs an engine. That's just stupid. It's been through 3 transmissions, a rear end, transfer case. That was kind of optional, but long story. Transfer case, electric power steering rack, which cost me $4,000 in parts and labor. That was awful. See how these things are adding up, and it's now it needs a motor. Well, now it's pretty much just a brand new truck, so I don't know. There's only so many things that can go wrong that get replaced before you run out of things to replace. So, but everything on that truck is under warranty now, which is really nice. Transmission, rear end, all that stuff. That's actually a really good truck. They both are, really. But I got to get that thing fixed. We're going on almost a year now. I've been trying to find a shop that would want to work out a sponsorship or a partnership. And I'm not expecting them to donate parts. That would be stupid. But I was hoping that I could maybe find a shop or something or a dealer that would want to maybe write off the labor, and then we work something out promotional wise, and I just buy the equipment or the parts. The motor itself is probably going to run us about $3,000. We're just going to get a low mileage junkyard engine, do the delete on it out of the truck, and then throw it in. But There's a good amount of labor to it. I think it's 17 hours labor, which isn't bad, but when you're talking $150 an hour, you know, you're going to run up about $2,200 roughly in labor. You got $2,300 for the used motor, and yes, believe it or not, folks, that is the price of a junkyard engine for that truck. It is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But if we get one with under 100,000 miles on it, we're going to do the DOD delete, or the AFM delete, prior to it going in the truck, so that'll take care of that issue and it'll be fine. So you're going to have some parts and labor with that. You're probably going to have about 6 hours of labor, because that's already out of the truck, so it ain't going to be much. Probably 6 hours of labor. So let's just say about $1,000 for the delete. I'm not going to do it, but like by parts and labor. But if you do it on an engine stand, it's going to be way easier. It's going to be an $8,000 repair, easily, if not more. And it's sad that that's how expensive this stuff has gotten. You used to be able to put a motor in anything for like $1,500. So, I don't know. I need to find a damn car dealership that just wants to cough up a vehicle, and we'll just do some promotion work for them. The problem is, I don't know if I trust any of these newer vehicles. Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with junkyard parts. Yeah, for sure, as long as they're not junk. Because a lot of these vehicles, especially newer vehicles that are at the junkyard, they're at the junkyard because of body damage. They're not at the junkyard because there's anything wrong with them, you know? And I can't afford $10,000 for a reman motor. That's not happening. I don't have the money. But we can squeeze out a junkyard engine with, like, you know, 60 to 100,000 miles on it, and then do the AFM delete. And that'll take care of any future issues and be about as good as new. Get it from LKQ usually, and then you got somewhat of a warranty on there if it's junk or has no oil pressure or something. Oh, you're talking about the axle shaft going through the oil pan on the Trailblazers. Yeah, that's so stupid. How that damn thing goes through the oil pan. I was helping a friend of mine work on his Trailblazer probably 5-6 years. No, this was probably 6 or 7 years ago. And no, it was COVID year, so it was only 5 years ago. And I had no idea that to pull the engine out, you had to destroy rip apart the entire front suspension on that, because some genius at Chevrolet thought that they would just basically put a big donut hole in the oil pan and say, we're going to put the CV shaft right through here. What a terrible idea. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the AFM system. Like, it's a cool idea, but I don't think AFM saves any, or DOD if you're Chrysler. But, you know, I don't think it saves any fuel. Because I've had Tahoes that weren't deleted or disabled, and they got terrible fuel mileage. I really don't think it saves any fuel. I just think it's an excuse to take it back to the dealership and spend a bunch of money. But it's possible that my truck just needs a lifter, but it's like, I was talking to one of the shops that I've dealt with, and they had a good point. They're like, the problem that we have with just quoting or planning on an AFM delete, and they told me $4,000 out the door, not a penny more. And I'm like, that's actually very fair for what that would include. That was a price I was happy with. But they brought up a good point. They're like, the problem is, like, we really need to look at this more, because if we start tearing it apart and it turns out it's got a hole in the piston or a bad ring, or the cylinder walls are washed out from fuel and it's just scored up and it's trash, well, now we've got the labor of tearing it apart. on top of it when it would have just been labor to pull it out. So I need to get it over to somebody and have someone bore scope that thing and look at it a little better than I can, because it might just need an AFM delete. It might just have a bad lifter. And I stopped driving the thing immediately when it started having the misfire, so it's possible that there's no damage other than just some scoring on the cam lobe, and it just needs a camshaft and some lifters. And that's really not a huge deal in these. It's really not. You know, it's not an overhead cam. It's a LS motor. I mean, it's got a single camshaft in the valley and push rods. So there's not a whole bunch of timing chain labor, and they're pretty straightforward to take apart. But I need to get a definitive answer on that, I guess, before I commit to anything. You have an 06 RAV4 with a 2002 5.3 in it? Are you kidding me? You gotta bring that to Quick Trip next time. I want to see that. That actually sounds pretty cool. Not gonna lie, folks, what I've kind of thought about was I wonder if I could take the 2009 5.3 out of my old Tahoe and just dump it in my new Tahoe. But I have a feeling that would be a project, because that's not like nothing's gonna match other than the engine. I mean, I don't know if we would have to do, I imagine some sort of wiring harness swap. I don't know. Not gonna lie, it kind of crossed my mind. I would totally do that, because that white one needs some work, and it's like, man, if I could just pull that thing out, that thing runs like a top, and just throw it in the new one. Probably could, but it would probably require some screwing around with, and I don't have time to do that or a place to do that. Yeah, but my truck's doing this all sorts of weird stuff too. Like it makes me wonder if it has an oil pump issue, or I don't know, something. It also makes me wonder if it's got an issue with the VLOM. If any of you guys are familiar, I'm a Ford mechanic, not a Chevy mechanic, so I don't do a very good job at explaining this. But the VLOM is basically it's like the valve lifter oil manifold or something. It sits in the valley, and it's basically what distributes. It's got like little solenoids that click open and shut with magnets. And they just open and close to, basically send oil pressure to the lifters when they need it. And that's what the truck uses to, it uses oil pressure to run the lifters. So the lifters either are expanded, which is their normal configuration, or they collapse, which would shut off the cylinders for the 4-cylinder mode, which is stupid, I think. But that's where your failures happen. It makes me wonder if I've got just an issue with the VLOM, because when this thing starts misfiring, there's like a click, like an audible click, and you gain like 15 to 25 psi of oil pressure. It doesn't shake, it has a misfire, but only at idle. Only at idle. And it idles around 40, between 35 and 45 psi, depending how warm it is. And that's perfectly normal for those. My old one does too. This one has ever since I got it. But when it starts to do that misfiring thing, after a minute or so, it clicks, and then something definitely changes, because it gets like it goes up to about 60 psi. And like the engine sounds different. Like, it makes me wonder if there just is something with like the VLOM that's just screwed up. I don't know, but it's the misfire is on cylinder 5, which is not an AFM cylinder, so it doesn't have a collapsible lifter. So I still think that lifter is bad, but I think there might be something else going on with it. That's why it's not going to be me that tears into it, because I would hate for me, not knowing a whole lot about Chevy or GM, I would hate to pull it apart, do all the lifters and the cam, and put it back together and have it have a secondary problem, because I don't know if that's a secondary issue or if that's a primary issue that caused this lifter to go bad, or if that's a secondary issue that's just screwed up because of this lifter. I don't know, or maybe it's something totally unrelated. I've got no clue. But it only started doing it when we had this misfire issue. So that's why it needs to go to somebody that knows more about these than I do. because if I tear into it, it's risking a lot of making this a very expensive problem if I tear into it not knowing exactly what I'm doing with this thing. Yeah, I've put a different oil filter on it though. I actually I thought that too. I thought, god dang, like, is the freaking oil filter plugged up? I put a different filter on it. I put a cheap one, and then I put an AC Delco one on it still, because that was my initial thought too. Is it that rubber anti-drain bag? Because some of those Ford oil filters, those Motorcraft ones, have that silicone anti-drain back thing, and it almost like it looks like it could get stuck. It's like a metal or like a silicone donut-looking thing in there. And that was my first thought, was like, son of a gun, I wonder if there's like a drain back valve or something in the oil filter that's like plugging, but no. It's a good thought though. It crossed my mind. We don't have a moderator named Carol. Sorry, man. But, alright, well, I don't even know if we have a target storm. This one's kind of crapping out. And this guy in front of me is going super freaking slow here. This thing's kind of pretty, though. This isn't even severe warned. This is just a pretty shower thunderstorm. Yeah, with that said, folks, if we actually do have anybody that watches this live stream that has a shop, works at a shop, whatever, and you're just screaming at me right now where you're like, oh my god, just bring us the damn car and let us try to fix the stupid thing. We're way cheaper or we're better. Email me or something, because I'm totally open. Like, if there's somebody that could do this without absolutely draining our bank account, more power to them. It's a nice truck, no rust, well maintained. It's not a rust bucket. No, the bad lifter's on number 5, which is not an AFM lifter, which is why I was really surprised. Well, since you're in Janesville, I tell you, you know what a really good shop is? It used to be the Batista Brothers. I don't know, it got bought or something. That one by the mall there. Those guys have been really good to us. I pretty much can call, you know, you say you're from Janesville, that brings us up. That's usually where I've been taking these vehicles. Because I can call them up at 4 o'clock on a Tuesday and say, hey, I need an alignment tomorrow morning. I got no time. I got to get on the road. And the answer is always, all right, just get it here as early as you can. And it's always done. It always gets done. I have actually called them at 3:45 p.m. on a Friday when they close at 5. And I was like, hey, I just had to do a control arm, no, it was a tie rod end. I just had to do a tie rod end. Wasn't expecting it. I got to leave tomorrow. Can you do anything with this today? I desperately need it. Keep in mind, I live 45 minutes from Janesville, so I show up at 4:30, and they're like, yep, no problem. Whatever, no big deal. They did the alignment anyway. Those guys are always willing to put us at the top of the schedule, and I really appreciate that. They've been really good. They seem to do really good work, too. I've yet to be disappointed with them. Guys, I'm probably going to start shutting this down. I think we're out of gas here. I'm gonna go retrieve number 5. It's at the Road Ranger down there. Alright guys, I really appreciate everybody who watched the live stream today. That was actually kind of fun. We'll be live, I think, on Tuesday. Maybe tomorrow, but most likely Tuesday. Really appreciate the PayPal contributors, super chatters, channel members. Remember folks, we're on Facebook. I'm really trying to build up the Facebook audience. You can find all of our social media links at seethestorm.net. And thank you to the Radar Omega viewers as well. But I'm going to start shutting this down. I was thinking this storm might develop, but it's not. It's just crapping its pants, so it's over. It's over. It was good to be out, though. This was worth the drive. It was only like a 4-hour drive down here, and I would say it was definitely worth it. All right, folks, have a good night and see you later.